That is another story for another day. Anyways, today we have to talk about a couple of things. With CARB laying off so many employees, what does that mean for them regulating the state? Does it mean that they're going to continue the consistent regulation with clean trucks, even though they've shut all of that down from the feds? Or does it mean that all of that is over and now we're in a new era? We're going to talk about all that and more right after this. We're out in the M5 today, guys, and I've talked about this sponsor before, and I got to talk about it again. It's important. So I just want to give you a quick word from our video sponsor, Delete Me. You know, your personal info is way more exposed than you think. I didn't realize how bad it was until someone brought up an address that I haven't lived in like 15 years, right? That's not a coincidence. It's what they call data brokers. So there are these companies out there that collect all of your personal information, and they sell your personal info, name, phone number, old addresses, even your family connections, acquaintances, things of that nature, and they pull it all from public records and random websites. Now, what's crazy about this is they bundle it into like a dossier or a profile, and then they sell it to anyone willing to pay for it. Scammers love this stuff because it allows them to try to prove that they're you, to take over accounts and all kinds of other stuff. Now, I'm not interested in making their job easier, obviously not, right? So I use Delete Me. They go after these data broker sites and they get your information removed and keep monitoring it month after month because new listings can pop up all the time. So I want to show you real quick. This is my Delete Me report right here. I'm cut to over here so you guys can see it. You can see exactly where my data showed up, which is nowhere because they've been doing a hell of a job with my information. And it's already been taken down. So like, that's why it says 0 across the board, right? They saved me hours of me having to reach out and contact all of these places individually. And honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start if I had to do it on my own anyway. Bottom line, I don't want my personal details floating around on the internet, okay? That's how people show up at your house. That's how you have all kinds of, it's just not a fun time, okay? And this handles it for me. If you want to lock in and lock down your info, go to joindeleteme.com/TK Garage. That link will get you 20% off what the normal price is. And yes, the video is sponsored by Delete Me, and I use it myself. I've talked to you guys multiple times about all the different products that I do use. I only promote things that I actually use here on the channel. So there you have it. Go check it out. joindeleteme.com/TK's Garage. All right, so first things first, shout out to our amazing sponsors over at Delete Me for sponsoring us this month and looking out for us. You guys know, no matter who the sponsor is or who I deal with, I only deal with sponsors that I actually use, right? Whether it's the wallet company, the car stuff, or Delete Me themselves. If it's not a company that I actually use, I don't put them up as a sponsor on this channel. So hopefully you guys know that. Anyways, so let's get into this thing with CARB, right? So what does it mean after they've released all these employees? So I know you saw the video earlier today, right? What it means is two things. It means Clean Trucks 2 is dead, okay? What it also means is a lot of the money, which in California, I don't know if you know how this works, right? So the first thing that they fund is the California Highway Patrol. After that, they fund CARB, okay? And then after CARB, they fund other external shit. Well, because there's no funding available, and come the 26th, which by the way is in a few days, 3, by the way, they're going to be insolvent. They have no money. Not only can they not pay out the grants that they've already approved, they can't afford to pay any of the people that they're dealing with. And that means staff. That's why they did this massive layoff in the last week. All of these people that were going to be on the side of the roads and doing all of this stuff at truck stops and way stations in California are gone. They're gone for a reason. I need you guys to think here. I know you're not stupid. They're gone because they are not able to facilitate, and they have no authority to enforce these bullshit rules that they were talking about enforcing for the last couple of years, because all of their waivers have been removed by the EPA, which means anything that they were talking about right now is actually illegal. Illegal, meaning not legit. They can't do it. So, what does that mean for you as a truck driver? It means that you can go back to work if you have deliveries that are going to Huntington Beach in Orange County, if you have deliveries that are going to San Francisco, if you got deliveries going to LA. You can go deliver your loads right now, and you don't have to worry about stopping at some checkpoint, worrying about what the emission system on your truck is doing. And that has nothing to do with the DOJ's recent decision to not enforce diesel deletes, period. I'm going to talk about what that means for commercial trucking in a video here really soon. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, if you're like me, you already know, stay petty, my friends.